Hello, in this video we're just going to make some video tests showing how good the video quality is at different resolution settings. We have the Campark X25, a budget cheap action camcorder. We got this for less than $50. The Campark X25 came in this box right here with a whole bunch of accessories, 2 batteries. We got 1 battery here and 1 battery here, spare battery, which is wonderful. This big manual in different languages, also a cloth to clean your camera lens, which I thought was very thoughtful, and of course all these accessories, including the underwater housing. So we're going to make some video tests with the camera inside of the underwater housing and outside of it, meaning we don't have the underwater housing on, just so you can see how good the video quality is when the camera is inside the housing and when it's not inside the housing. We're going to make some tests at 1080p resolution, 2.7K, and of course 4K. The camera advertises itself as having 4K quality resolution if you choose that setting. So yeah, the next few videos are going to be just some video tests. We're going to see how good the video quality is, how much value can you get from an action camcorder for less than $50. See you in the next video. Also, I just wanted to make this quick video to show you how to take off the underwater housing. It was a little bit difficult for me, but you really have to just put your finger right here, over here, and then you just pull as hard as you can. I'm not even exaggerating. You see, it didn't break, so that's good. Don't worry about it. You see, you pull, then it comes off, and then that's when you can take out the back. Like that, just comes out like that, and then you take your camera out. Of course, see? There's your camera. And then you just put it back like that. Put the back on, and really, I mean, I'm not going to try this. I'm not going to do a waterproof test because I'm afraid of getting the camera, getting water in there. But ideally, it would be waterproof. But you might have to ask someone else to do a waterproof test. I'm just afraid that water would get in here. But anyways, so you put it on the back like that. Okay, now the last thing you do is just press on the front. Okay, there we go. Snaps like that. Really kind of difficult to get off, but anyways, we're going to make some video tests very soon. See you in the next video. Hello, I've taken the underwater housing off. This is a video test with the Campark X25 action camcorder that I got for Amazon for less than $50. I bought on Amazon. So budget, cheap action camcorder. This is a 1080p video test, 60 frames per second without the underwater housing. So just a video test and audio test to see how well you can hear me and how good the video quality is on a camera that costs less than $50 on Amazon. 1080p resolution, 60 frames per second video test without the fisheye effect. The fisheye effect is currently off for this video test. .1080p video test, 60 frames per second without the fisheye effect. This is the Campark X25 cheap budget camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. The underwater housing is currently off and the fisheye effect is currently off. Hello everyone, this is a 1080p video test, 30 frames per second without the underwater housing and with the fisheye effect currently off. There is no fisheye effect. I tried to turn that setting off, and this is just a 1080p 30 frames per second video test just to see how good the video quality is. This is a 1080p video test, 30 frames per second, without the underwater housing and with the fisheye effect currently off. This is the Campark X25 cheap action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. We're just making some video tests to see how good the quality is on a camera that costs less than $50 and how well you can hear me right now. So we'll see how good the microphone is as well. The fisheye effect is currently off. 1080p video test, 30 frames per second. I apologize if the camera's shaking a little bit. We're just walking around. Okay, we're gonna stop here and just make another video right here. The fisheye effect is currently off. This is a 1080p video test, 30 frames per second, just to show you what it looks like on this cheap action camcorder. Hello, this is a 1080p video test, 60 frames per second without the underwater housing and without the fisheye effect. The fisheye effect is currently off. This is a 1080p 60 frames per second video test with the Campark X25 action camcorder, a cheap budget-friendly action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. We're just seeing how good the video quality is and how good the audio quality is on a device that costs less than $50. 1080p video test, 60 frames per second. Without the fisheye effect and without the underwater housing. It's almost 5 o'clock, I think, on this summer afternoon, August 22nd, 2020, Saturday. It was very warm today, but now it's going to start to cool down a little bit as we head towards the evening. This is a 1080p 60 frames per second video test without the fisheye effect and without the underwater housing. Hello, this is a 1080p video test at 30 frames per second without the underwater housing, without the fisheye effect. The fisheye effect is currently off, and this is the Campark X25 cheap budget-friendly action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. We're just seeing how good the video quality is, how well you can hear me, how good the audio quality is on a camera that costs less than $50 on Amazon. At least that's the price that I bought it for. So we're just making a video test without the fisheye effect. It's currently off, and this is 1080p resolution, 30 frames per second. Just wanted to show you how good the video quality is on this budget-friendly action camcorder. Right now we currently have the fisheye effect off, just to show you what it looks like. And earlier in the video we showed you how to turn off the fisheye effect at certain resolution settings. Obviously, I think I showed you that. My understanding is that you're not able to turn off the fisheye effect for all resolutions, like 4K and 2.7K and 1080p, 120 frames per second, at least on this particular camera. But I was able to turn off the fisheye effect for 1080p 60 frames per second and 1080p 30 frames per second. Right now this is a 1080p resolution 30 frames per second video test without the underwater housing and without the fisheye effect. The fisheye effect is currently off. We're just seeing how good the video quality looks with this budget-friendly action camcorder. The fisheye effect is currently off. Hi everyone, I finally took the underwater housing off of the Campark X25 action camcorder, a cheap budget action camcorder that I got from Amazon for less than $50. This is a 4K video test. The camera advertises itself as being able to record with 4K resolution at 30 frames per second, and that's what this video test is. 4K resolution video test at 30 frames per second. So we're just going to see how good the video quality is and how good the audio quality is while we're just walking down this road over here. I'm going to do a few more video tests. This is the first one where I took the underwater housing off. So we're going to see how smooth the video is, how good the stabilization is. I don't know if there's a separate setting for stabilization. Again, this is a 4K video test, 30 frames per second. Just going to see how good the video quality is and how good the audio quality is. Hello everyone, we are testing the Campark X25 budget cheap action camcorder for less than $50 on Amazon. That's the price that I got it for. Maybe the price that you pay may end up varying, but I paid less than $50, so we're just going to see how much value can we see from a budget camera for less than $50. This is a 2.7K video test at 30 frames per second. Just going to see how good the video quality is and how good the audio quality is, how well you can hear me right now. So we are just testing this camera to see how good it is compared to maybe a more expensive action camera or even a point and shoot camera that costs hundreds of dollars more. This is less than $50 and it came with lots of accessories. The underwater housing is currently not on the camera, so I took it off. So just keep that in mind. Maybe if you have the underwater housing on, the audio quality might be a little bit worse, assuming that the audio is muffled a little bit, but we currently do not have the underwater housing on. So again, this is a 2.7K video test at 30 frames per second with the Campark X25 cheap action camcorder. I'm going to make a few more video tests at different resolutions, different number of frames per second. This is 2.7K, 30 frames per second. Hello, this is a video test of the Campark X25 cheap action camcorder for less than $50. I got it on Amazon for less than $50. We're just going to see how good the video quality is for a camera that is less than or around $50. The underwater housing is currently not on the camera. We have it over here, and we're just going to see how good the video quality is and how good the audio quality is, how well you can hear me right now. I have not transferred any of this footage to my computer yet, so I have no idea what it's going to look like. I just hope that the footage is going to be decent quality, but really for what you pay, I guess we'll see. We have no idea what to expect, but I read some reviews on Amazon, and I really hope that the video quality is going to be acceptable. So again, oh actually I didn't say what resolution this is. This is 1080p 120 frames per second. 1080p 120 frames per second video test with the Campark X25 action camcorder. Hello everyone, this is a video test with the Campark X25 cheap action camcorder that I got for less than $50 on Amazon. This is a 1080p video test, 60 frames per second. Just going to see how good the video quality is and how good the audio quality is. And I'm just walking around here just to make some video tests with this cheap action camcorder. .1080p video test, 60 frames per second. A 1080p video test, 30 frames per second without the underwater housing. We have it off the camera currently. 1080p video test, 30 frames per second without the underwater housing. We're just going to see how good the video quality is and how good the audio quality is on a camera that costs less than $50 and includes accessories, a spare battery, that's 2 batteries in total. And we're just walking around and gonna make some video tests. Sorry about the shakiness of the camera, I do apologize. .1080p video test, 30 frames per second. Hello. Hi, this is a video test with the Campark X25 cheap action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. This is a video test and an audio test. 1080p resolution, 30 frames per second without the underwater housing. We took it off for this video test. Again, this is the Campark X25 1080p video test at 30 frames per second. Just gonna see how good the video quality is and how good the audio quality is here. Hello, this is a video test with the Campark X25 action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50, a cheap budget action camcorder. This is a 4K video test, 30 frames per second without the underwater housing. Again, without the underwater housing, this is a 4K 30 frames per second video test, and I'm just going to put the camera down so just to keep it still. Hello everyone, this is a 2.7K 30 frames per second video test with the Campark X25 cheap budget action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. This is just a video test and an audio test just to see how much value we can get from a camera that is less than less than $50. So we're just going to walk around and make some video tests with this Campark X25 budget action camcorder. I apologize for any shaking in this video. Again, this is a 2.7K video test at 30 frames per second with the Campark X25 cheap action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. Hello, this is a video test without the underwater housing with the Campark X25 cheap budget action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. This is a 1080p video test at 120 frames per second. Again, without the underwater housing. 1080p video test at 120 frames per second. Video test and audio test just to see how good this quality is for a camera that is less than $50 and how well you can hear me. Hello, this is another 1080p video test at 120 frames per second without the underwater housing with the Campark X25 action camcorder. Again, 1080p video test, 120 frames per second. Hello, this is a video test without the underwater housing with the Campark X25 cheap budget action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. This is just a video test at 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second, just to see how good the video quality is and how good the audio quality is for a camera that is less than $50. Again, this is 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second without the underwater housing. Hello, this is a 1080p video test at 30 frames per second with the Campark X25 cheap action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. This is a video test without the underwater housing. Again, 1080p, 30 frames per second. Just walking around to see how good the video quality is, how good the audio quality is. Again, this is a 1080p video test at 30 frames per second. We are entering an area that has less light right now. So we're just seeing how good the video and audio quality is. I have no idea how good the video quality is. I haven't yet transferred any of these video tests to my computer, so we're going to see. Again, this is a 1080p video test without the underwater housing at 30 frames per second. Hello, this is a test of the Campark X25 cheap budget action camcorder that I got on Amazon for less than $50. This is a video test without the underwater housing, and it is actually 720p video test at 240 frames per second. So we're going to see how that looks. I've never made a video at 240 frames per second before, so it should be very interesting. Again, without the underwater housing, video test at 720p, 240 frames per second. We're going to see how that looks. We're going to see how smooth it looks at 720p resolution, 240 frames per second. There's quite a lot of features with this Campark X25 action camcorder, and we're going to make some other videos showing the time-lapse feature, maybe the slow motion feature, and some other features.